implemented praise at the expense of thinking.
Oh, wow. Yes.
We got a whole lot of praisers when the Bible said you're only transformed by the renewing of your mind. Which means that after you get finished dancing, after you finish worshiping God, you got to sit down and hear a word and then think about it. Because the Bible says that you are transformed by the renewing of your mind. What does it mean to renew your mind? It means to have a thought.
That's right.
And then you exchange your thought.
That's right.
For God's thought. One of the things that the Lord told me a while back, he said, do you want to read my mind? I said, Lord, that's for deep people. I'm not that saved to read your mind. Because I thought that the Bible says our ways are not like his ways. Our thoughts are not like his thoughts. So I'm saying, God, that's a deep person to be able to read God's mind. He says, no. I made it available for everybody to read my mind. I said, God, how have you done that? He said, because every time you open the word of God, you know to realize is that the word is my thoughts. If you want to know about marriage, you can read what I think about marriage. You can read what I think about people. When you open the word, you're reading my mind. Look at somebody say it's time to read God's mind.
It's time to read God's mind.
When you read God's mind, you can't just read God's mind, but to meditate means to chew on it.
Okay.
It means to ponder back and forth. It means to sit. It means to sit still and roll it back in your mind. Because I have to persuade myself of what God said. The reality is that as I become a teacher, I realize that teaching does not mean learning.
That's right. You better know it. That's right.
Just because I taught you don't mean you learned it.
That's
And
right.
the problem in the church, and even with our young people, is we think because they grew up in the church, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. But failing to realize is that just because I said it, don't mean that they consider it. I got a whole lot of people coming to me talking about mentor my child. Y'all don't know what's going on with them. They just all of a sudden just started doing it. It ain't all of a sudden just happened. It's been growing for a long time. Because you didn't have discernment of spirits. You didn't see it coming.
Yes, sir.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being broken.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We on board with you. Hallelujah. All righty.
Here we go. And so therefore, let me go back to what I'm saying. You must first begin to identify who hurt you in order for you to find out why you're hurting. Because the reality is that you did not hurt yourself. You learned to hurt yourself. And now you're walking around broken.
Yeah.
But there's a blessing.
Yeah.
I'll get to that. Yes, you must understand that your wounds are anthropogenic. What does that mean? They were caused by men. Somebody did something that caused you to feel and do and be who you are today. But let's talk about wounds.
Okay.
Let's talk about wounds for a second. Because all wounds have an injuries. But I found out that all wounds don't have exits.
What you say?
My God. Some things that when it went in, never came out. And they are stuck inside of the wound, and until it is removed, the wound will never be able to properly heal. My God. I came across a story. Now this is the thing. I came across a story of a person that they had a bullet in their wound, and it was lodged in a place that if the bullet had been removed, the man would die.
That's right.
Have you ever been in a place where you were saying, no, this thing I have is not killing me, but the thing that's inside, if I remove it, it'll kill me. Some of you have been going through for so long until if we dealt with it, it'll kill you. You are so insecure in yourself until if I really dealt with your issues, it will probably take you out. Yes, you have developed yourself around this issue. You have grown up inside and outside of this issue until it has become a part of you. It has become your very existence. You don't know nothing else but lust. You don't know Say, this is my day of healing. This is my day of healing. This is my day of healing.
Preach, man to God.
One of the things that I have recognized is this. I'm still talking about being broken. One of the things I've recognized is this, is that you cannot look at a person that is operating and think that they're okay.
All right.
Because this is the thing. Broken does not always mean not working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Broken can also mean working, but working improperly. One day I was in a car. I had my car, my first car. Y'all don't talk about it. But you ever been in a car where you turned on your blinkers and the windshield wiper came on? Y'all don't laugh too hard. Some of y'all have been there. You ever been in one of those cars where you push the gas and the car cut off? Yeah. Don't talk about it. It's the Lord that's doing it. Yes, it is. And so I was in a car. I ain't gonna tell you who car it was. I was in the car and I turned on the blinker to go and the windshield wiper came on. And I was thinking to myself that the car is working, but it's still broken. Because it's not working properly.
That's right.
Let me tell you that the same thing happens in the world. Because see, all of us have a natural ability to love. So we're working. But what's happening is that the enemy has perverted love.
What you say? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And because of the issues you've gone through, now you are operating in a spirit of lust. But it's motivated by love, but it's a perverted version of love. And so it's lust. That's why love and lust sound so close together. Because lust is the devil's version of love. And so you're working, but you're working improperly. And so what happens is that I think that you're okay because you're still preaching. I think that you're okay because you're singing on the praise team. I thought you were okay because that's something really good. But to realize is that you can be working, but still not working properly. Oh my God. I used to wonder why in the world there were straight A students going off to college and flunking out. It's because they're working, but not working properly. Because there was something on the inside of them that before they went off to college, they forgot to let God deal with it. And this is the thing I also found out, evangelist, is that it is not what's outside of the bomb that causes it to explode, but it's what's inside the bomb that causes it to explode. I found out that the most hurting people are the quietest. You think just because I'm not acting out that I'm not hurting. You think just because I'm not causing mess in the church that I'm not hurting. But all thing if you had discernment for real, you'll find out that I'm about to commit suicide. You'll find out that I'm about to give up on the church. People used to wonder why in the world would somebody that I never thought would leave the church all of a sudden they no longer here. It's because they were dying all alone. But because they were working properly. You thought that they were okay. But the devil is a liar. There is somebody in this place that just because you're silent does not mean that you're not broken. I don't want to get anybody in this place. Be honest enough with yourself and say, I don't care who's looking. I don't care what they say about me. They don't got no heaven or hell to put me in. I gotta get a breakthrough. I gotta get it today. I don't think anybody in this place that says, if I gotta go to the altar by myself, I'm gonna get healed. Today, I'm almost finished. Somebody tell me you need to repair.
Yes, sir.
So the question is, how are things broken? How are things broken? How are things repaired? If you give it support over time, most things will heal itself. So some of you just need some support. You just need somebody to hug you.